everyone. All right, let me get the live stream going on the other computer. I'm just like in a total relaxed mood today, enjoying some nice relaxing music while looking at the market. Loved the move today. And setting up, let's see. It's starting to get cold. I look like I'm totally washed out here or there. All right, looks like starting to get cold up here in Montreal. It was 46 degrees. Yes, I've lived here for numerous years, but I still use Fahrenheit. I grew up with Fahrenheit, and I think I will always be a Fahrenheit girl. All right, so let's copy and paste over here. Copy. Oh, wow. You guys have the music that I was listening to instead of the description. That's funny, I put it in there. All right, let's save that. So let me go to Twitter, tweet this out, and we'll get rocking and rolling. Today is a bigger day. We do have Evergrande that has been put off from its official default until the 23rd. That is Saturday. Today was supposed to be the default for the payments for the U.S. Now we do have that gap bill. Is it enough? Are we going to see that that was enough? Or is it going to be just the beginning of the end today? This is the pop before the drop. Let me do a quick poll and see. Let's go here. And I love doing these little polls. All right. As you can see, I've got on the cozy sweater. Actually, this is from my buddy at Koala. A nice, chunky sweater. All right, so let's create a poll. Hey, Asif, good morning. Hi, Troy. You're stuck in I.O. Okay, let's see. Poll. Do you think the market will top out this week? Yes or no? So I'm going to put that up there, and we will finish it up at the end of the day. Hello, Vanessa. Hello, hello. All right. So let's get the I was looking at TLT. So let's look at the SPY, right? Here is my list for today, and we can see, hey, did the SPY have a nice run above 445? You bet. It was rocking today and moving to the upside, had a nice bounce right off of this trend line and then shot up. So that was a very nice move today. Qs as well also had a big move, also in relation to Apple. I was checking out all of the stocks on the indexes today, and saw many of them reversing down here. Hey, look, we came up. Now look, we're testing this upper trend line. You guys think that we're not topping out? You think that we're going to continue going higher? All right, I like the sentiment indicator, because many times what market sentiment is means that it will do the opposite. So it looks like we are 75% no at this time. Don't forget, if you guys like the live stream, please hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you guys know when we are going live. Here's the other thing. With Asif saying it looks like it's due for market correction, there's a lot of different attributes that are going on, and we have this week the federal budget balance meeting going on from the 18th to the 22nd, because the federal budget pretty much exceeds our GDP. We are in debt. Whoop, underwater, the U.S. government. Oh, thank you, New Titan. That's awesome. Thank you so much for the contribution. So looking at this, are we going to see a bigger drop down in the market? There is a very good chance of that. So please, please, please be aware. This market could change on a overnight decision, right? Evergrande, they gave it a 30-day stay before the official default, but they were one of 3 real estate companies that have gone into default in China. And we are seeing, let me refresh this right here because I didn't look at it since earlier today. Right, so we did have the housing market is up, but the capitalization utilization rate, I don't know what that is, but it's okay. We can look it up, right? So let's see, percentage of available resources being utilized by manufacturers, mines, and utilities. So the fact that we are using less, maybe because people are exiting their positions based on a mandate that they don't necessarily agree with, that takes away their freedom of choice. And so maybe that's the reason why the capitalization utilization rate is lower. Let's look at industrial production too. That could be the same sort of thing. I know that there were some workers that said you have to go get this or you're done with your job, and everybody walked off. So if you see that sort of stuff, it will affect the market. It will affect production. I'm sure you guys have seen all in the news. Oh my goodness, all of these ships out in front of the LA port, right? And Long Beach and Los Angeles. Only in California do we have ports in other cities of this country. Yes, well, I'm in Canada. But in the US, there's Philadelphia. There's also Florida. I think maybe some in Georgia, maybe North Carolina. I don't know, over there. But there's definitely other ports than just Los Angeles and Long Beach. So if there's 126 ships supposedly now is the total number that's out there, they could come back, go through the Panama Canal and come to Florida and bring it in that way. It probably would take less time. So that could affect, that's going to drive prices of things up, but it's also going to decrease the number of supplies that are out there. China stopped producing aluminum. Maybe you want to go stock up on aluminum foil over the next year. Just a thought, right? If everything is being held up, do you have your basic needs, your vitamins, your water, your medicine, your food that you want to have over like the next 6 months, potentially, that you want to have stored? Dry goods tend to have a fairly good shelf life. So thinking of that, Christmas presents, if you have anyone that has that you want to buy presents for, plan ahead, buy your presents now while they're available. All right, so looking at IWM, this is the 2000. We did gap up really high. We are still bullish at the moment. We are still in this upward trend. If we were to break back down below 220, this was just a false test up here. This was a climax for a bigger downward turn, and then we'll likely be heading back down to the bottom. Let's look at the Dow Jones. So the Dow Jones is the easiest to manipulate with 30 stocks in it. So we did have a nice run up today, back up to close. We pretty much filled the gap on all of the indexes, and we are up above for the SPY and the Qs today. Also with that, Apple, right there on my bullish above list over here for, hey, this is a potential bull trade. Did we have a nice little trade? We did. I've got my fibs on there. We had a nice trade all the way down. Look at how it bounced off of the 200 EMA on a 15-minute chart, all right? How many times do we see this happen? Right here, right here. Let's see, let's go back in history, right? Bounced off of the 161 here. So note the ones that it bounces off of. If we look at this on a weekly chart, we go back in time. Hey, look at how we bounced off of this gray one. Could we pull all the way back down to 115 fairly easily? Yes, we could. If we start to have a correction, that might be a target. That's where we bounced last March. Also, I was looking at the Qs today to also see where did the Qs bounce. Okay, they bounced off the green one and also off the 200 EMA. Targets, 265, 250. Let's look at the SPY. I like to look at these targets to know, okay, hey, the market is bullish overall. More days than not, we are bullish on the market. However, when we have a correction, what are the targets that you're looking for? This one, we really pulled back big time. But other than that, we came down to the 200s. So maybe 333, 321. Maybe it's going to really drop all the way down 250, 200-point correction. I think that's extreme. But what happens? How many times have we been in an economic default like 2008? Let's go back and look at 2008 on the weekly chart. I'm gonna be fairly fast today because I have to go and do groceries. All right. Who likes chicken and dumplings? We're having that this week. All right. So look at how we pulled all the way down here. That's where I drew that trend line. It wasn't even from the bottom of the weekly. I drew it on the monthly. So right here to right here, and that's where we got that line that we bounced off of 2020. So if we do proceed forward, this is a pretty dramatic upward turn, right? That's, look at this, the percentage on this one, 77 degrees. That is huge. Can we come back down here and have another bounce? Theoretically, yes. It's going to be, where do the big guys start buying, right? If the big guys are taking their money out of the market, where are they going to put it back in? That's going to determine our bottom. When we start to see the really big dark pool prints, it's not overthinking. Now, if you guys want to learn more about the dark pools, hey, you know what? I need to put it over here. I'll just put it here. You can't see it really well. Okay, so the darkpools.com and the training pit. Oh, I need to probably put it over here. Training pit. A great place to come if you guys want to learn more about trading around the dark pools. You want to really expand your knowledge on trading rather than just learning by yourself. We have 2 webinars a day pretty much. Oh, it looks like my shirt is dancing with these dots on it. It's cool. So come on over, check it out. A great place, great resource, not super expensive to learn, and really have a great community of people there educating you. All right, so let's look at Apple, Tesla. Let's go back over here, 24-hour chart and 15-minute. There we go. And here, and let's look at Tesla. So Tesla, again, surging to the upside. Do you know Tesla is in the S&P 500? While Tesla is screaming higher, it's going to lift up S&P 500 as well as the Qs. So we now see, hey, we pretty much have like a little U or a cup. We've come and tested. Are we going to close back up above and hold up above 265? How much does it cost? Sean, it's $99 US. And like I said, you've got a trading room that you have access to 24/7. And you have 5 different teachers, almost 2 webinars a day, plus a trading worksheet as well. I'm only one of the trainers that's there. Then we have fuel cell today. I like this, up above $8. Look at how it screamed up there, $8.67. Very nice move. I was busy teaching, so I missed that move. But I hope some other people that got my list rocked that. This is the list that I use as well. AMC today, bullish, 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 up above 41.20. Look at that. $2.40 move off of 41.20. Let's check out Riot today. Riot will trade symbiotically to Bitcoin. Bitcoin is moving up. We are up at 61,861, and it is on the move as well. So Riot, nice break above 2860 right there. Snow as well. Let's see, how did Snow do today? Snow had a big move to the upside. No, excuse me. Yeah, it did have a move to the upside. Now remember, I do say, hey, these are shorts and longs. Depends on the momentum. The pre-market momentum was long. Pre-market momentum here was short. So it doesn't mean it's a continuation. That's why I set it up for either direction. This one surged higher today, right? Amazon as well. Amazon recovered and had a nice bullish trade here today as well. Got my fibs on there. And we are testing a downward trend line. And are we going to hold up above it? Right? Then we also have Roku today. Love my Roku stick. I was amazed. I was like, why is this down today? But it came down. We tested the trend line and bounced higher. Look at that, 15 points. If you guys had had my list, you would have been prepared to rock this to the upside. All right, UPST had a little bit of a downward turn pre-market, bounce higher, and let's see if it's going to hold this 371.60 level. Look at what's the low of this one? 371.54. That could be a strong support level. You see, it almost looks like an inverted head and shoulders, right? Shoulder, head, shoulder. The depth here is at 360.20. We'll call it 360. Up to 377, so 17 points. If it can close up above 377, we could likely see this up to 394. All right. John Deere, These are all my opinion. Remember, this is my opinion. I'm not a financial advisor, so please do your due diligence and trade with proper risk management. John Deere has a nice M setup formation. We gapped lower, bounced higher like the rest of the market. It's probably trading symbiotically to the rest of the market and could drop down. All right, let's see. Troy wants to see Home Depot today. So Home Depot, let's look at it on the daily chart over here. Had some fibs there too. All right. Oops, wrong one. It's okay. I can make it 24 hours right here. We'll also look at what's the upside target for Riot, ST, short-term and long-term. Now, you know what? For Riot, I would say it's going to be trading according to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is testing highs right now as well from back in, what is this, April. So if we surge higher than 65, we could see Riot really moving to the upside. Riot does have lower float than Mara. However, Mara tends to trade faster for whatever reason. So Home Depot here, let's look. So Home Depot's a little overextended. We do have earnings, I think, coming up. Let me go right here to Earnings Whisper and see. When is Home Depot's earnings? Because that could affect, hey, they could be taking it higher right now. We have nice bullish momentum, but it's still pretty far extended away from our 8 EMA right here, 343. It definitely has moved to the upside, but let's see, I'm waiting for that to load. Could this be a reversal point? Could they come up here to 356 and then drop down? Yes. If the whole market were to correct from where we are, we could see that this really drops to the downside, and then lows as well. They as well tend to trade symbiotically together at the same time. So dividends are coming out for tomorrow, and probably ex-dividend date would be 3 days prior, so the people have already gotten out. We might see a bit of a sell-off coming into the dividend tomorrow. It's 80 cents, so expect it to open 80 cents lower automatically. Now, if you think you're going to capitalize on this in the options, no. The dividend price is already built into the options, so don't think you're going to pull a fast one over on those options, because they already have that built in there. And Earnings Whisper is not working for me at the moment, so I'm not sure what's going on with their site. Let's go to Down Detector really quickly. I don't know, is there a bunch of sites that are down at the moment? Maybe it's just my internet. Who knows? Everything is subject to change all the time, right, guys? Let's see. Apple Store is having issues. Instagram, AT&T. Here, I'll pull it up over here. You guys can see it too. Every once in a while, when stuff starts to go down, I check Down Detector. Apple, Instagram, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Facebook, Xfinity, Cox. Let's go to... Oops, helps when you spell it correctly. There we go. Not this one. Last week it went up to 22,000 that were down. So good to check that too, to see what's going on. But for now, that's what I would say. Okay, let's look at Riot. We did talk about Riot. Like I said, it is breaking, it's testing those highs. And look at how it's hitting that moving average. Look at how it was support right here. If we're not able to close above 30.66, I would anticipate a pullback at least down to 29.50, maybe all the way back down to 28.29. CHPT, let's look at it, and I will see my longer term opinion. It looks like it might be ready to break out to the upside. If we're able to hold above, the big test would be, hey, are we able to break above 2050, 2075 over here? You see how this right here, we had a longer term area, and then it dropped. So if it's not able to break out above that, if they continue to sell from this point, It's not good. Because even look, when we pull it over to the left, see how that was support, 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 and then it flipped. Uh-oh, now we're going down. So is this going to break down further? It's sort of in a not so sure about where it wants to go. But this area was strong support, and now we need to have 2075 break as resistance, in my opinion. Let's also look at the cryptos that I am personally checking out. You guys can see this is my crypto portfolio of what I am holding, and I've gotten into, like, I have Doge. I like Dogecoin. I have Doge token too. I wonder if we can get Doge token on here. No. Oh, Dogecoin. No, not Turkish lira. That's not what I want. So baby Doge as well is moving to the upside, and my entry was over here. 0.0000080 zeros 151. We had a big surge, and now looking to see, is this going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the measured move many times of this. Many times the fifth leg can be the longest. So if we're starting, oops, I totally didn't even see what that move was. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.49. So 409. So maybe up there. 8 zeros, 3076 would be my target, which would be just under 100%, right? If we're at 0.166, we'll just do 0.1666, no, 0.409 divided by 0.41666 is 85% potential gains move right here. You know, sub penny stuff. I think I have 9 billion for $5 or something. It's something ridiculous like that. So this is still in the infancy phase on the, well, on Bitrue is where I found this. Doge as well is moving to the upside. I do like this up to 79 cents. You guys can see I've got it measured out. I do like this all the way up to 79 cents. This has broken out. Personally, I did get in back here at 6.5 cents over here before it had the breakout, and then boom, it went up, and then boom, another leg up. Took off my initial investment, left the rest, and it has never gone back down. So happy to hold on to this. XDC as well, moving to the upside. Like this, as long as it can hold above right here, I'm happy. That looks like that's that support for it. XLM as well has had a nice move. It surged higher yesterday, and I do like this up potentially all the way up to 108, 92 cents. Nice potential moves there as well. So keeping all of that on watch. XRP, you guys already know my opinion on XRP. Really need this to break out from this downward wedge. Then it's going to have a nice move to it. Let's see, what are we down here? 8 degrees, $1.43. So if we were to break out here, $1.43, 259, 260 area would be my next target. If we can break out and continue that momentum to the upside, could happen very quickly. Cardano as well could be testing that $3 level again. We're still down below, but it's holding this 207 area. I like that. IOTA as well, potential. Look at how we're holding here. I'm going to get rid of this line because it's not holding true, but this one is. So look at all the big volume that came in. Is that today? That's big volume for today, huh, guys? Look at that, 35 million of IOTA. Back here, let's pull on the volume. So volume right here was 30 million. So we have 5 million more. And we are hitting right on that moving average. That's big volume for IOTA today. Keep your eyes peeled on this one. We're coming back down to support, and it's the second test here, actually third. So 1, 2, 3, third test would look, I'm going to set a little alert for crossing up over 135. And then Algo as well. So Algo looks like it's in a bit of a downward motion, right? As long as it holds at 152, I like it. For potential move on up. 256 or higher, even all the way up to 350 up there for me. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. I hope you liked the short little live stream. Do you guys have any other questions before we move forward? And let me finish up the poll up here on the other computer. So let's end the poll. So we have 76% that said they don't think that the market is going to top out today. All right, we shall see. We shall see what happens. It feels like maybe we are going to have, well, that's a cool number for the vote, that we are going to have a top. If we see Evergrande and the U.S. defaults with their budget balance, meaning it could be a bigger week than expected. All right, have an amazing rest of your day, guys. Again, if you like the live stream, please hit like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications and share with friends. Free content to help fellow traders profit with my technical analysis experience over the years and my studies as well. Have a great one.